Did you always want to be a musical artist?
No, actually. I always wanted to play music, but I hadn't thought about being an artist per se. Yeah. I've been playing since I was 9 or 10.
Hmm.
We used to have like a family polka band, and we were and I was in a local community band. So up in Brisbane, almost every suburb has its own brass band. So I was in the Beenleigh brass band. And so my only aspiration was just to play cornet like my dad. So at 8, I thought that's what I want to do. And he was like, wait till you got your two front teeth. And I think they must have come in around 9 or 10.
So when you started out playing in the polka band, what instrument were you playing?
Um, when the polka band came along, I was 12. And at that point, I was playing E flat horn.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had this funny thing where my dad was buying and selling instruments just to try them out, basically, because his mother was sending us these hymn kind of like books, not quite hymn books, but they look like what we'd have. Salvation Army hymn books are a particular size, but in Czech, those are for like their folkloric waltzes and polkas. And so we were practicing them as a family. So 3 cornets, my sister, my dad, and I. And then he's like, well, you're all playing the same parts. We need a bit more different sound. And so I took that opportunity to change instruments,
Right.
changed to the E flat horn. And upon selling the trombone or whatever we had, we met this guy who had a German band at the Gabba. There's like this big German club in Brisbane that everyone goes to during Oktoberfest, which is right now, right opposite the cricket grounds. And he was like, "Come join my German band." And we're like, I'm in grade 7 or 6 or something. My dad's like, "Yes." We joined a German band as a family, and that just kind of kicked on for about 10 years. And we branched off with our own little Czech fraction because we would play these like Czech social club events once a month that were out in this kind of like property where you'd go on a Sunday and there'd be barbecues and people playing like soccer and the band would play and it was like a Czech library and we just provided the music and were given like a free lunch for that service. So it's a good exchange. I don't mind dumplings for playing. And we did that for years until pretty much I moved out of home.
Okay, so this is an incredibly rich and vibrant musical life that is not anywhere that I've found online about you. So I'm fascinated by all of this. So, because when you said your dad had said not till you get your two front teeth, I thought he was actually trying to defer you from playing the cornet permanently, but no, he did actually let you once the two front teeth
Yeah.
in. Okay.
Here's the thing about the pressure of playing. It's best to wait till you have adult teeth to do that. So
Right.
yeah. And at the same time as being in the band, because I actually found that quite embarrassing. So my aspiration as a kid of being like my dad changed when I got to high school. I'm like, but at this point, he's like, we're in a band, we have commitments, so you can't quit. And so now we're in like the German band, a Czech band. We joined 2 other brass bands. And then we're in a concert band. We were just moonlighting and all these things. Who knew there was such a need for brass players? And I was like, this is too much. When I start high school, I'm going to play the flute because I can hide that in my backpack. I don't have to carry this big
Right.
instrument to school. And so I picked up the flute along the way. It doesn't necessarily point to where I came to in music now, but the fact that I was playing the E flat horn, which is an offbeat part, it's all offbeats. It's very 1 2 but kind of reminds me of country.
Right.
And
It's
there's waltzes in country, and then yeah, so I kind of feel like a sentimentality came through that I hadn't really planned on.